Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a special presentation of the IMAA. And we have got three very special guests today talking about Ipsos Iris. We have Brian and Heather from Ipsos, and then we have the amazing Leroy from the IAB, one of my favourite people in the world. So let's start off. We're going to have a few questions first and to see where this takes us. Gay, there's been a lot of talk and discussion lately, and I say that as very, very lightly. There has been a hell of a lot of talk and discussion lately about currencies and difference between audience measurement systems. Remind us of what the role of the IAB and how do you play in this?
Yeah, thanks, Sam. And I'm going to ask your members how many people you call your favorite person at some point and do an audit on that. But yeah, audience measurement, who would have thought it could have been so hot and sexy at the moment? So there's definitely a lot of talk around pulling together different data sources. So the IAB many years ago at the behest of actually agencies got involved in trying to pull together one currency that was endorsed, that had industry oversight, that everyone could trust the numbers and there were comparable numbers. And we continue to play that role today. And we work incredibly closely with Ipsos Iris, who are our preferred supplier, in making sure that there are the right numbers in market that agencies can trust. So about a year ago, Heather and Brian and the rest of the Ipsos team managed to bring a new product to market called Ipsos Iris. So hopefully some of your agents would have seen either used the data or seen data coming through from publishers that provides audience data on PC, phone and tablet. So that's been in market a year, but there's some interesting new developments coming into play. So Brian, you might want to just talk around the core offering and then we'll get Heather to talk around some of the exciting things coming through the pipes.
Will do. Thanks, Gay. And I will share my screen just as a little bit of a visual aid. Okay, so as Gay mentioned, we actually launched a year ago. We had a similar sort of conversation. I don't think we did a webinar with Sam back then, but we certainly put forward the deck and it was distributed to the membership of the IMAA. Quite a number of you trialed it. And in fact, there was one agency who signed up. So we're very happy about this. But that core offer was essentially the replacement, if you will, for the Nielsen product that had been in market for many years. So it's probably worth reminding you what are the key sort of advances that we brought to market a year ago. From a design point of view, the number one sort of objective was to remove deduplication, and we did that very successfully with our single source panel. We added distributed content, Apple News specifically, plus social media audiences from tagged websites. So obviously, if you're a publisher, you can see what your audience is like via Facebook, Google, and so on. We improved on the quality and the depth of the profiling in terms of, the level of detail and the attitudes. We expanded the age range to 14 plus. We have a really fantastic single user interface, and we promised that we'd be bringing video into the product early this year, and that in fact is what we've done, and that will be the majority, or it's certainly a significant part of what Heather is talking about. But just to give you a reminder of the absolute basics in terms of what we provide, obviously monthly audience data is the currency metric, just simply the number of people who've been to a particular website or app. But we also have daily traffic. We have a lot of detail on sectional audiences. We have text and video audiences, device type, and a lot of detail on profiling. So it's a really comprehensive core product that can offer a lot of value. I won't get too bogged down here. That's just sort of, that'll be included in the deck that Sam sends you. But I think always worth reminding you that the quality and depth of the data that looks at the interests and activities and attitudes of the audience is a really important part of this. So we have questions that address, people's personal interests, their behaviors on shopping, travel, the sort of things that, you know, makes them different. And when you apply that data to audiences of individual websites and apps, that's where the real value is from an agency planning and charity point of view, because obviously you can align the target audience that you've been briefed on by your clients to the particular website. So that's probably as much as I need to tell you immediately right now. Heather is going to talk about what we're bringing to market in terms of the second phase of the product design, which, as you'll find out, includes not just the much promised OzTam integration, but also data applications that you can bring into your businesses as well, if that's something you want to do.
Yes, so let's start off talking about the OzTam data integration. So that actually launched in market today. Very exciting. It's been it was under embargo for about a week, and now it's in market and people are using it. So you can expect some information coming your way from the key broadcasters. I'm sure will be using this data. So now it includes the OzTam BVOD video audiences by genre across all 4 screens. So that is your PCs, your smartphones, your tablets, and connected TV. So really this provides the ability to compare other small screen video audiences, whether that be YouTube, whether that be publisher sites that have video on them as well, because there's standard video data as well. It was launched in market back with the January data release. And, you know, really understand how you can extend reach and avoid wastage. So really important thing to have this OzTam data integration. So that's just one of the things that's come with video. So I don't know how much detail you all want about the fusion methodology, but it is a fusion. So what we're doing together and what we've worked with OzTam all along was to share. We have 2 establishment surveys. OzTam has their own and we have our own, but we have shared questions. We use the same weighting in the same universes to allow that data fusion to happen. So then we bring the OzTam VPN data, their 16 million devices and their panel together with the Ipsos Iris 8,000 device panel, plus the 90% coverage of devices in Australia that we have from having all the tagging of, you know, small and large scale publishers. Gives us really, really good coverage of the different devices in market. Milton Data, for those of you who know Ian Garland, who's been around a long time, he does the actual data fusion process for us. And then OzTam check that against their metrics. We check it against the Ipsos Iris metrics, make sure the 2 sources of data are preserved. And if you know anything about fusion process, Ipsos Iris uses OzTam as the donor. So OzTam is donating to Ipsos Iris. And together that gives us the CTV audience for BVOD that includes all metrics across everything. So you've got the BVOD audiences included and at a genre level. So it's not at program level, but it's at genre level, which actually gives quite rich information. And on top of that, you've also got all the video data and plus the normal audience data, so you can look at all of that across all different types of devices. So some of you may start seeing some things like this coming from some of the broadcasters. So this is, for example, looking at the news category, because one of the genres for BVOD happens to be news. And what's the news video audience? So you've got, you might start seeing things from 9, you might see things from News Corp or 7 West Media or even the ABC, not likely, but someone might put ABC in there, you might start seeing it, and Network 10. So you just start to see you're bound to see someone start talking about the size of their video audiences for different genres. And I've just chosen news, but it could be entertainment or lifestyle, or it could be reality TV. There's about 10 different genres that people can have a look at by network, so by the BVOD networks. The other thing that's coming, and it's days away or weeks, not weeks or months, is YouTube and other videos. So we've been working with YouTube on a server-to-server integration, and that'll launch very shortly in market. So this isn't just traffic data, but it's audience as well. So providing rich insights on the YouTube audience. So that will be giving more information there, and we'll also have audience data for the streaming services, which we intend to release in market for smaller screens. So all of this is smaller screen stuff, and then we'll be looking at what we do with the fourth device, CTV, as we go through the year. So all coming to you very shortly. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I was just jumping in there. I'll shut up.
No, please, Sam.
I was ahead of myself. Anyway, go ahead, Heather.
Go ahead. Okay. The other thing that we have is synthetic respondent level data, and that's actually available now for integration into agency systems as well. And that's based on the 5,000 synthetic respondents that's representative of the Australian online population. And that comes from our panel of 8,000 devices measuring second-by-second behaviour, 24/7, 365 days a year. And as I mentioned previously, that has about 90% of Australian devices coverage via our census information we get from website tagging and apps which have SDKs on them. So covers a lot of the market and gives a very rich synthetic data set for those people who wanted to do integration. And then it's not just enough, obviously you need to be able to buy this stuff. So you plan it, be able to buy it. So we're working with a leading DSP to deliver audience data and segments based on our Ipsos Iris data. And really that's about, allowing to plan and then buy from the rich insights available from Ipsos Iris. And lastly, but not least, I guess the whole thing that Ipsos Iris actually does let you do is understand digital behaviour. So really to deliver to your clients richer insights from that real life behaviour. So if you think about your clients, it's not just audience data, it's also things like if you've got a client who has an app, and every client has something digital, whether it be an app, whether it be their website, how do they understand their market share digitally? What's the brand repertoire in their competitive category? Where are they going? What else are they doing? What is that cross-brand and category usage? So where else are they going? So, I'm looking for who I'm going to partner with, who I might want to do sponsorships with. This would help with my clients help understand where the natural fits are from a digital perspective, which could be quite different from other perspectives. What are the profiles? So all that rich information we have for broadcasters and publishers also exists for, the KFC app or, you pick a client, we've probably got it. And then in terms of your digital media consumption, then you can actually look at, okay, where do I want to find these people? What do I want to do with them? And also, how do they compare and what do they like from a brand category? So compared to their competitors, how do they do? What's their engagement like? What's time on site like or time on app? How do they compare? Where are the opportunities? What else are they doing? How can I use this information to understand the digital behavior of my clients' products? So there's a lot of value there from a strategic point of view. And I will stop sharing at this point.
You mentioned before that, we're going to start to see these numbers coming through from media owners. Leroy, is there any advice you can give the members on when we start to get these numbers?
Yeah, look, it's just a good reminder to always look at the source of data that you're getting, from different media owners, making sure it's comparable, that you're looking at the right areas, even if you don't have this data set yourself. So we've done the heavy lifting for you. There's a huge group of publishers who interrogate Brian and Heather hourly, not daily. So we, the hard work's been done to make sure this data is robust, reliable. As Heather said, that cross-digital behaviour. So if I'm interested in commerce, which is the hot thing at the moment, and I want to know what retail sites are going off, what media sites are going off and what my clients' brands are doing. You've got the single data source to look at all that behavior. So it's incredibly powerful. You can help your clients get a competitive advantage over their of the competitor set. And while others are talking cross video viewing, Ipsos is doing. I just made that up. How's that? So we have suddenly, you know, a really strong integration of two currencies, world first, with OzTam and Iris, bringing together digital and video, with more to come, as Heather said. So look at the data sources, look where you can make a difference for your clients ahead of your competitors, and yeah, get involved. It's very exciting.
That is always exciting.
Yes.
Brian, wrapping things up, if anyone wants to know more, what do they do? What are the next steps? Is there a free trial option for members? What's going on?
Glad you asked me that question, Sam. Yes, there is a free trial for members. Typically, we offer 4-week, no obligation trial for as many of your team as you like on a per agency basis. We will provide full training, guidance, how to use the data. We have also put together a very compelling rate card for IMAA members, which has been shared with Sam. Those of you who will recall last year's rate card will see that there's been no increase on the base product. There is obviously an additional fee for the OzTam integration, but the free trial applies to both of those data sets. So to find out more, contact me directly. My email is in the deck that Sam will share, or you can go to our website and find out more information. But yeah, I would obviously encourage you to contact me directly, have a trial, see what you think, and we go from there. If you like it, then you'll buy it.
There we go. There we have it, guys. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. Thank you to Brian. Thank you to Heather. Thank you to Gay. Any questions, either go through us. We will post this on the leadership thread as well as within our newsletter. So any questions, just reach out to us. We can connect the dots or go straight to the guys. Either way, you'll get to them in the end. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. See you, Sam.